We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Breaks through the contact. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play, and Young is going to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Down. Ready.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Broncos at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Ready, set. Let's go now. 33, yellow. Set.
Young working out of the gun. This one swung out to Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Running left, Montgomery. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Set. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
Mitchell is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Young going to move them around. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, ready. 45, white. Zoom, black. Shot, 17. Ready.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That was first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Red, yellow. Here we go, set. 52 blue, ready.
Following the interception, Young. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Josh Hines-Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Down. Black ball, hut.
Looking to throw, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert now. Incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. You talk about this Miami defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Here we go. Here we go. 33, yellow. Set,
throwing, Young. Running right through him. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Let's go now. Red, 38.
To the air once more, Young. Montgomery, another target and catch. Down the left sideline. shoves him aside. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Ready?
Young takes it on the sneak. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the move, past the 40. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Okay,
The
right.
big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Set, hut. 10, what? Set.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 ready. 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 Ready.
Young. And he'll be hit as He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yellow, 43.
Young will set to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
17 yards. First down, Dolphins.
A give right side for Pacheco. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right in midfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Home to try. Go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Second and 11.
Hey, Kaplan. 5-9.
From the 50, here's Herbert. It's caught. Smith. He's into space past the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Smith, 50 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. Gets around him. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make think they'll run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Ready.
Young to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Here we go. Red 38. Push.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Still. Set. Smith red. Black 40. Set. Cut.
To throw, Young.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee he's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On the set.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It'll be Young again. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Montgomery. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Stay in tight. Hey, count. Hey, let's go. Crowd right. Set.
Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
32. First down, Miami.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set. Go. Baylor Tiger. Set.
Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Set. Home to try. Ready.
Herbert. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Cap it, cap it, cap. 21. Hey, Ray. 5-9.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Ready up. Down. Hut.
Final play of the half. Young completes this to Addison out left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff element, the late field position. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Young here, you can see, changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. A little juke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, and we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
This is 2nd and 8.
Set.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Go. Set. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Go. Hey, Kappa, 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 Kappa. Baylor Tiger. Ready?
Now it's Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, go Lion, Lion, Lion. 21. Go.
Back to throw. Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set. Set.
And straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. That is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Drive right, drive right, drive right. 59, 59. Hey, Ray.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap, largely to blame. These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks, and that's exactly what we saw here.
50, green. Set, hut.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Set, hut. Red, 38. Hut.
Young working out of the gun. He'll get this to DeMercado. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Here we go. 52 blue. Ready.
Now Young. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
To Elijah Mitchell. Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Striker.
Young, we're going to change it up.
Hey, draw steal. Ready.
Second and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Ready.
On third down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then you not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
It's a gain of 35.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Down. Black.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, red, black, 10, 6, mega. Black, 22 needle. Set.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple.
White. Here we go. Yellow, blue, 33, yellow. Green, jack. Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in from Miami touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. Ready.
On the handoff, it's DiMercado. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
50, green. Drill green.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Come on, set, seal, black. And movement, movement, movement.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Yellow. Set, hut. Ready?
Here's Ritter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Ritter to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Ready, ready. 60 red, 60 yellow, go. Ready.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Opposite, green.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Second and 6 coming up.
Set. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Ritter going to change it up.
Trouble, 38. Set, cut.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody know Power Rangers?
Let's go. Blue, 32. Hut, hut.
And they take a knee.
If you wanna act, what? You can keep yourself where you at.
Second down, goal to go.
Set, hut. Black, 95. Set.
Pacheco will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work just to hold hard and finish in the end zone.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Young. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Young to throw. Finding Kelsey. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here comes 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Ready.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Line. Blue check. Ready. Smith red. Black 40. Ready.
Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Ready.
Now Young. Quickly here, and that's complete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Shot. 17.
It's 4th
Ready.
down.
Young. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Dolphins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.